when you come to the tabernacle of God, I want you to be able to have games. And so if you have man child, woman child with you, man or woman with you, you may be able to go to um, play games. And so um, at the game theater, you're going to see what's now playing, um, or what's coming soon. But you'll also be able to go to the arcades and you'll be able to play some of the Sony Film Games at home. You may be able to purchase them as well, um, and play them there. And so I have a list of Sony Film Games, um, and I have a couple of categories. I have the categories that help you get to heaven, the categories that help you get in heaven, and the categories that help you get treasures in heaven. Welcome to Game Theater Sony Film Games. These are the To Heaven collection. Number one, Help Meet. Wait, number one, Sony Film Games, Help Me. Number two, Sony Film Games, Rib of Man. Number three, Sony Film Games, House of. Number four, Sony Film Game, and Ark of Gopherwood. Number five, Sony Film Games, Curse of Sin. Number six, Sony Film Games, Garden Dress. Number seven, Sony Film Games, Garden Keep. Number eight, Sony Film Games, Upon the Mountains of Ararat. Number nine, Sony Film Games, Name All of the Living Creatures. Number 10, Sony Film Games, Festivals. Number 11, Sony Film Games, Sacrifice. Number 12, Sony Film Games, Tabernacle. Number 13, Sony Film Games, Reconcile with God. Number 14, Sony Film Games, Trade. Number 15, Sony Film Games, Judgment with God. Number 16, Sony Film Games, Whole Armor of God. Number 17, Sony Film Games, Congregation. Number 18, Sony Film Games, Fellowship. Number 19, Sony Film Games, Tides. Number 20, Sony Film Games, Lame Hilly. Number 21, Sony Film Games, Fish Dominion. Number 22, Sony Film Games, Earth Dominion. Number 23, Sony Film Games, Bird Dominion. Number 24, Sony Film Games, Creeping Things Dominion. Number 25, Sony Film Games, Beast Dominion. Number 26, Sony Film Games, Original Tongues. Number 27, Sony Film Games, Obey the Ten Commandments. Number 28, Sony Film Games, Obey the Laws of God. Number 29, Sony Film Games, Find the Scriptures to You. Number 30, Sony Film Games, Toro. Number 31, Sony Film Games, Holy Bible. Number 32, Sony Film Games, Render Unto. Number 33, Sony Film Games, Give Unto God. Number 34, Sony Film Games, Turn the Other Cheek. Number 35, Sony Film Games, Multiply. Number 36, Sony Film Games, Be Fruitful. These are the In Heaven collection. Um, these games help you get in heaven. So Sony number one, Sony Film Games, Straight is the Gate, Narrow is the Way. Number two, Sony Film Games, Book of Life. Number three, Sony Film Games, Seal of God. Number four, Sony Film Games, Treasures in Heaven. Number five, Sony Film Games, Everlasting Covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh. Number six, Sony Film Games, Altar. Number seven, Sony Film Games, I Am. Number eight, Sony Film Games, Band. Number nine, Sony Film Games, Baptized and Born Again. Number 10, Sony Film Games, Walk with God. Number 11, Sony Film Games, Ascend. Number 12, Sony Film Games, Forgiveness. Number 13, Sony Film Games, Miracles. Number 14, Sony Film Games, Holy Spirit. Number 15, Sony Film Games, Dominion. Number 16, Sony Film Games, Power. Number 17, Sony Film Games, Angels. Number 18, Sony Film Games, Like Jesus. Number 19, Sony Film Games, Spread the Gospel, Good News. Number 20, Sony Film Games, Saved. Number 21, Sony Film Games, Remember to Keep the Sabbath Day of Rest Holy. Number 22, Sony Film Games, Eat of Every Tree Freely. Number 23, Sony Film Games, Fulfill the Laws of God. These are the Treasures in Heaven collection. These help you get treasures in heaven. Number one, Sony Film Games, Thy Will Be Done. Number 2, Sony Film Games Coats of Skin. Number 3, Sony Film Games Mirror of Sin. Number 4, Sony Film Games Will of God. Number 5, Sony Film Games Wisdom. Number 6, Sony Film Games Talent. Number 7, Sony Film Games Longer Life. Number 8, Sony Film Games Crowds. Number 9, Sony Film Games Treasures in Heaven. Number 10, Sony Film Games Bow in the Cloud. Number 11, Sony Film Games Follow Jesus. Number 12, Sony Film Games Fast. Number 13, Sony Film Games Prayer of Jesus. Number 14, Sony Film Games A Sling and a Stone. Number 15, Sony Film Games Help the Orphans. Number 16, Sony Film Games Help the Widows. Number 17, Sony Film Games Help the Lames. Number 18, Sony Film Games Help the Homeless. Number 19, Sony Film Games Meditate on the Word of God. Number 20, Sony Film Games Authority to Heal the Lame. Number 21, Sony Film Games Parables. I'm High Priest Aaron, Chopper Levi, Tabernacle of God. I'm High Priest Shinto Abe, Chopper Levi, Tabernacle of God. I'm High Priest Aki Abe, Chopper Levi, Tabernacle of God. I'm Sony Best Sounds. I'm Sony Entertainment. I'm House of Obey. I'm House of Abe. Welcome to the Tabernacle of God. Um, Welcome to the Prime Minister of Japan office, Shinzo Abe.